My grandmother never spoke about Ireland, and I think for her, her coming from a family that she loved, but had to leave because there was no work. So she came over on the ship and had some kind of a job, I think, as a maid. She took care of a little boy, and she made sure that she never put the milk bottle on the table, just as it was this learning experience. She wanted to lose her brogue. She knew that being Irish wasn't the most popular thing in the United States. She never really talked about her time in Ireland, which I would have liked to have heard. But for her, it was not a really nice happening because there were so many children and so little money. But she always would listen. She had a rocking chair in the kitchen, and we would come over, just visit her, and sort of almost sit at her knee, or knowing that she was going to be receptive to what we had to say. She would say, "Well, how is Bruce?" or whoever it might be. You knew that she was interested in what you had to say and what you were doing in your young life. Later on in life, I thought, wow, that's a good quality to have. What you are about to hear is a tape of my mother, your grandmother, your great-grandmother, or your great-great-grandmother.
I want to leave you all messages to be good kids.
My mother being all Irish and being poor as a kid. For instance, going to school, their shoes were worn out, so Nanny would put newspaper in their shoes so they could, walk to St. Peter's School.
Well, when my father died, he left a big house, and if we wanted to save the house, we had to go out to work. We couldn't go to college or go to high school even. And Mom went out to work the day she was 14. The nuns wanted me to stay in school because I had a brain in my head.
Nanny had no source of income actually after that. So as soon as the kids finished 8th grade, they went out and worked in Danbury in the hat factories or the shirt factories.
So I worked for 8 years, gave my mother all my money. We worked 9 hours and a half for $3 a week. Can you imagine that? I miss my father. Every Christmas. Well, he used to be the Santa Claus of the family. And he got such a kick out of it, running around and blowing the horn, getting us up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Oh, he was, I wish you kids knew him.
He was very quietly religious, if you will, and very charitable and caring, and she made, at least me, I think all of us, very aware of others.
And when you're in Rome, you say a special prayer for your grandfather and grandmother and all your friends and relatives.
She was very funny, really. Tell a joke or see a joke amidst hardship.
Also dingy. Light a candle. If you can light a candle over there, Dan. If it doesn't cost too much. Do you want to hear my voice?
Not yet.
Now, cut that out. And Tom is very good when he's sick. And that's why I don't like George to pick on him. George? He didn't hear me. As I was telling Bernetta that I have the most wonderful grandchildren that ever lived. And when I say that, she almost hits the ceiling. That's such a poke of a place.
Small apartment.
I go in there, it's a wonder I don't have claustrophobia every night. I'd like to take every damn window and have it. My lovely big bedroom I have in there. And my father died when he was only 42 and left 10 of us. And every Sunday our treat was to go to the cemetery. And I only took the girls. And there was a lake right near the cemetery. And even when we were old, we never went into that lake until we went to the cemetery first. And my beautiful daughter, Thane, she is out of this world. And then the day that I took Mary, Pat, Eileen down to Mount St. Vincent's. Your mother, Thane, used to sing beautifully down there. We used to go down to hear her sing. There's where we spent our happiest days of our life. And I'll never forget the day when Gramp was buried and there was a little boy, his youngest grandson, Thomas Shannon Daniels, who looked so sad.
Oh, come on.
No, it's the truth, Tom. Gramp is buried right down near where I live. I can almost look out the window and say, "Hi, Gramp." You know, I wake up so many times at night and figure he's in the bed, and then so he's gone. Now, what else? I want to leave you all messages to be good kids. And if you can, keep away from the booze.
It's an example of my father, who was an alcoholic, and you could, take things from there.
What else can I say? You think I said enough?
No, okay.
You think I said enough? When I'm gone, I hope you'll remember your grandfather and I in your prayers, and think of us once in a while when you're out having a good time. Now, what is left?
And I shall sleep in peace until you come to
And I thought I never wanted to be like my older sisters, and they probably didn't want to be like me either. But, so I didn't have any real relationship with the older girls. But Ed and I were just, I mean, he was a devil, actually. We would have a family picture, and he was all dressed in white shoes and all. He'd run out the door and roll in the dirt because he hated anything that wasn't manly or something. He was only like 4. Just one example of his devilment was I had finally gotten a carriage, an English carriage, which kind of bounced along. And I came home one day, he had taken the wheels off and made a go-kart for himself. But in spite of that, we just really had a good time together. You know, he worked with the developmentally disabled up in Wassaic. And I know one time he took them for a ride and bought them a 6-pack. Oh God, the state would have died. They never knew that. As he grew older, he really attained some kind of a spot in town. Then someone said, well, he wasn't a rich man, but he was the richest man I ever knew.